Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of NüVida Let's Talk, episode 10 to be exact. Today it's just, your host.
Your boys. What's up, guys?
What's up, everyone? How
right.
you doing today, Coca?
Pretty good. Round 2 at this episode 10. Number 1 didn't go so well, but sometimes like.
What do you mean number 1 didn't go so well?
It's just complications. Best way to put it. Just straight complications.
Oh, you mean? Oh, okay. You want to explain that? Explain because I was confusing for them to. Understand.
Yeah, no. So we tried. We normally shoot our episodes when Sunday. Usually Sundays or on Friday. Like sometime during the weekend to give ourselves like a little bit of time in between so we can get those edits well. Make sure that the podcast is actually bringing value to you guys and actually like giving you guys good content every time, right? But last time it just didn't feel like it was our caliber or standard. I don't know, whatever way you want to put it. Like it's just like so we just had to reshoot it, and so here we are today on a couple days out from the pod.
Yeah. Did you do any running over the weekend?
This weekend. Maybe to the fridge, but that's about it. No, honestly, this weekend was a little bit of just like maintenance, just chilling out, trying to do like stuff that I've kind of been letting on in the background. So like, for example, my room got a mess. Because I haven't cared, and like we just got back from that event like 2 weeks ago, right, for our boy. So it was like I just didn't unpack any of my stuff. It carried on till this weekend, and then so I was like, I kind of looked at my whole room, and I just felt kind of like off, and I think I was off because my room's off. Like
it plays a factor, your environment, bro.
Yeah,
for sure.
Right, so like I think that's so I've just been doing that. What about you? What'd you do this weekend?
This weekend I went. Claudia and I went to whoa, the wallet,
the keys. Oh, the bands, huh?
The bands. Okay, but no, Claudia and I we just went to I think it was called Lake Simcoe in Keswick.
How far is that from London at least?
It's 3 hours away from London, I would say.
Okay.
But yeah, it was actually a lot of fun. We had a little mastermind because like we were both kind of planning like our companies, so that's what we did, and it was fun, bro.
What what do you mean by mastermind fair? I don't know if everybody doesn't know what they are.
So like Claudia and I like basically we have like we're gonna open up a real estate company, so we kind of wanted to plan like the next 2-3 years. So when I say mastermind, like it's kind of just what I mean by that is like her and I that weekend was just intentful just to build that, you know what I mean? Like we did like a 8 to 4, 8 to 5 on just like building what is that gonna look like in the next couple years. So that's what I mean by like mastermind.
No, it's like putting 2 minds together. Okay.
Yeah, literally putting 2 minds together to see what we can create.
What's the process of that? I don't know, like, because I've done a couple businesses myself, right? But I think the route you guys went was pretty serious, and like I liked it for like any future planning. But what was the process?
The process of like
So like, what'd you guys attack first? Like logo, name, like.
Yeah, so we attacked the why first.
Okay.
That's the first thing. So like we took like kind of an hour to be like, okay, like why do we want to do this? Why are we doing this? Like do we even want to start a company like this? Like why is it that we even got into real estate? Why is it that we want investment properties? Like it all starts with the why. Everything starts with the why, right? Especially if you want to make it valuable. So then we sat for a bit and we discovered our why, and then once we discovered our why, we transitioned into like, okay, so now that we have our why, like what's our name, what's our logo, and then that branched off to bigger things. Then obviously through TJ Real Estate Mastermind, like Taylor and Jeremy, like their bi-weekly meetings, I was able to kind of like tailor like how our weekend's gonna look like to be most productive, like how we're gonna attack this investment property.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was intentful. It was like a gradual growth, and then we went the whole weekend just building.
Did you guys were you guys able to finish it though? Like was it like successful?
Yeah, successful. So now we closed June 3rd. We closed the property in Sarnia, and now like we both are very comfortable in how we're gonna attack it. Like there's a lot of peace of mind. There's no like we're not confused about things. Like it was all cleared up, and the next house we already kind of have a plan how we're gonna attack that one, and yeah. So it was so worth it, bro. I recommend that for anyone. Like if you're starting your own business, or you and your partner, or you and your friend, or whatever, take a break away from everything and just like a vacation, but dedicated just for building the business. So it's not like you're actually like doing shit all like on your getaway, like, you know what I mean? Like you're actually like intentfully like a school kind of thing. Like you'll go from 8 to 4, 8 to 5, just building that. But like taking breaks outside, being away from things that you're not from, it's a blessing, bro.
Okay.
It's definitely like you get to, I don't know, it's a different vibe, bro.
Yeah. Well, like you were able to accomplish it, right? So obviously, like earlier we talked like the environment thing. Obviously, being out in that environment, like away from like I guess the regular day-to-day stuff, give you more time to maybe like free flow an idea or think better.
Yeah, like that's what I told Claudia in a way. It's like I'm like we need to kind of take this break away because like I'm not gonna be able to create new ideas or have a nice flow state of mind,
Yeah.
if in my room or in the basement or somewhere here. Like it has to be completely somewhere where I can just like refresh, like listening to like the water or the trees move or the wind. Like I need that peace, you know.
Yeah, like
That's
that
the only
nature.
way I can be creative,
Yeah.
and like I know that about myself. So that's like the only reason why we really took that kind of weekend.
That's dope. That's super dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I kind of remember just back at school, like I wasn't able to study at home. I was probably the least productive at home, even just for school stuff, because like just so many distractions. Like you're like normally I'm on the computer all the time, so I'd migrate to go start playing video games, or I'll be watching something in the background. So I definitely can agree with like maybe removing yourself from that normal environment, putting yourself somewhere better. Like it's definitely maybe better for the mind.
Yeah, exactly. And then also I find too that like it's needed because it kind of like it stops everything for a bit. You know what I mean? Like sometimes when you're in the city or when you're in your like when you're in a routine, you feel like you're getting all these random alerts or notifications and you have to respond to everything. But like it's not only until you remove yourself from that you actually realize like, you know what, I'm gonna put this stuff away and I'm gonna focus on one thing. You know what I mean? So it's kind of needed in a way.
Yeah, no, that's really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you, bro? What have you been up to this weekend?
This weekend coming up, or
No, what
oh,
did you
just
do?
honestly for me, yeah. So it was just a lot of family stuff now, cause like
Yeah.
my grandma. So my grandma got back. I maybe mentioned it a while back, but she came back, and so everybody's been coming around more just to come see her, cause I found like that family dynamic kind of shifts when she's gone.
Yeah.
Where like people make the trip from like let's say Toronto to come see her, so then everybody else goes to her house to go meet up.
Yeah.
So then it's a group kind of event, right? We'd always have these family like get-togethers or whatever,
Yeah.
because my family's really close. But then when she went away for the last 3 months, you definitely saw like the amount of time we spent time as a family together definitely decreased.
Oh, so she kind of pulls the family
Yeah,
together.
she's definitely like the glue.
Yeah,
She's definitely what holds everything together, right? So then that's like I was what I brought Bruce over with me and Chief, which are my two dogs. Bruce being the newest one recently, so
Brucey
yeah,
boy.
yeah, the new business essentially.
That's
but,
what I was gonna kind of hop onto next. Is just like Bruce, like
oh.
that's kind of been like a big investment as well. Like how much did you pay for Bruce?
Honestly, like I'd rather not disclose, but the best way we can kind of go about it for give people peace of mind, it's like it's a house down payment, and it's
Yeah.
like what type of dog is he? He's a
You had to pay in English pounds.
yeah,
too, right?
British pounds. So that was actually what the killer was, right? Because if you look at the conversion rate, like it's not dollar for dollar. It's not even close. Like when we ended up doing the transaction, it was like at 56 cents to every dollar. So if you think whatever price he would have normally been, if the dollars were similar, it was almost double.
Yeah.
So that's why it was like outlandish, like house down payment numbers.
And then Bruce had to fly all the way from England.
Yeah,
to
so
Canada.
we were lucky enough that my homie who's like I call him the dog father of London, straight up. But yeah, he ended up just having connections over there, and a good friend of his actually went to go pick him up. She just went to England to do a little like vacation trip, and she's picked up the dog while
She
was
came
there.
home with just a few Frenchies.
Yeah, she's done
That's
it.
dope.
They've done it a couple times, so it's like it's a pretty lucrative business overall. It's like I know a lot of people might have like these misconceptions about breeding, or like a lot of time breeding can be kind of gross if you think of like not gross, but it's like you hear all these stories of puppy mills out in these other countries, and they're just being ran down, right? If the puppy doesn't meet like a certain standard, they just get rid of it. Versus like I find here it's like the cultures where it's very cultured in the basis where people aren't like I guess that savage. At least from what I've witnessed. I've also too I'm not even really in it yet.
I feel like that's in every business though. Like for example, even in like real estate, like you have these slumlords who have cockroaches in all their units, and they don't care about they don't care about the health of the people renting their houses, but they have so many houses. Like in every business, there's like a shady, unethical way to do things. You know what I mean?
No, for sure, right?
So same thing with the dogs. Like it's like you have Bruce, and he was a lot of money, like you said, like a house down payment, but like you're moving like a ethical business, and you're not there to mess around. You know?
Yeah, and I kind of went the male route too, because you usually stud the male out, right?
Yeah.
And so I find it's just easier.
So what is this Bruce juice? Is this?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna. That's what we're gonna call it when he's like ready. It's like it's pretty funny. It's like a little inside joke between me and a couple buddies. But yeah, the Bruce juice, and like honest, it's just like it's just.
So what
fun.
makes Bruce so special? Like,
quality.
Explain the type.
So
of
I
dog
don't know
Bruce
too
is.
much. Like I don't want to get too much and like kind of fumble it. But from what I can easily just say, so he's a lilac tan with that also carries Isabella and Fluffy. So those are two really really unique genes. Like you can see them around like you won't see them much in Canada. Like there's some obviously, but like the more you look at them, they're just not that quality.
Yeah.
It's like also two qualities per.
You have like one of the best quality dogs in London.
I don't want to start jumping on anything like that, but Bruce is pretty dope. I'll say that. Bruce is pretty dope. It's like also too. It's like so just those genes. It's like what over in other places they're really high valued, right? So that's why it kind of tagged on him, made him more expensive than what like I guess what a normal one, right? Because that's what like. And
this is all like professionally certified. You have the blood work,
yeah, blood.
Right?
So he was
like this is legit.
Four panel tested. Also too like we were sent his bloodline not too long ago. I haven't like my next goal is I actually want to like make it bigger, and then I want to put it on like a plaque or something, or like just to kind of like I don't know, like you know how people have like family like pictures. I'm gonna have that when people walk in my house, they'll be like, "What is that?" I'll be like, "It's my dog's bloodline."
So what made you choose the name Bruce?
Honestly, so when he was a puppy, like we'll see if we can kind of link up a picture of him. He had really big ears that like remind me of like a bat. So I thought of Batman. Just I don't know. I've always loved Batman as like one of my superheroes. But I just thought, oh, Bruce, like Bruce Wayne. So that was kind of like why he went like he went Bruce because of that. So people thought also too it's kind of funny because he's like lilac. So it's almost like a silver gray. It's weird. I don't know. It's like a silver gray, but supposed to look purple. I don't know. It's a weird, really nice color though, right?
I was saying like I saw him the other day and like he kind of looked a little purple, ambery, like grayish. I was like, yo, this guy's looking majestic,
right? And that's what I like, and I think it's exotic too, because like at least from what I've been around, like people have seen him and they're like, oh, there's like I've never seen a gray Frenchie. I'm like, yeah, like. Neither have I till previously, right? Or till I saw my friends who had them, right?
So everyone stops you at the dog parks or on the walks, huh?
People definitely turn their heads, which is kind of cool. It's a nice feeling. But yeah, it's sick. It's like I think also too like what I kind of took away from it is at the end of the day, even if like let's say I didn't even do breeding or even got into it, like I still got a sick ass dog at the end of it.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Frenchie breed is really cool in the essence of just how cuddly they are and like they're just like they're super clingy in a way, but like I don't know, it's not a clingy that I hate. Yeah. Something that I'm kind of used to, and it's like
probably because they're small too, so you don't really feel like the
it's not like exactly it's not imposing, right? Because they're small dogs, but also too like being that small dog, I feel like they get this weird complex where they can kind of like they think they can do anything almost, right? Like where they're like with a big dog, like there's kind of that dominance like assertion versus with like a little with the little one, I feel like they're always trying to weasel their way in somehow.
For sure, 100% I agree with that. With Simba's way bigger, but like I mean, Simba, I love that guy, bro. Right? I love that guy. He's like my best friend.
Trust, I think, I think honestly, animals for humans, like that whole connection that they have was probably. It's like I always will think back, like what was like the domestication of it, how that started, right? But like, and also why, what was the need? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Where human thought it's like, okay, this animal right here, I want to be partners with it or whatever. I trust it with my life. And like as we've grown through all these years and everything like that, generations, you now see like all these different types of dogs.
It's crazy, bro, because I remember like I used to always be like, yo, like people really love dogs, like they're dogs, right? Like I used to have a little dog named Cuculiso, R.I.P. Cuculiso, the most one.
He passed away this year, right?
Yeah, he passed away this year or last year, but like he was a little Shih Tzu. So there's a big difference between little dogs and big dogs. It wasn't until I got Simba when I actually like felt the presence of a dog. You know what I mean? Like, and Simba taught me like, yo, like you actually really like, you know, you fall in love with these like these pet companions. You know what I mean? I used to think it was silly when people would like be so sad about their dogs when I was younger, or like you know what I mean? Like Marley and Me, these movies that get so emotional. Like people are so close to their animals. It's like how. It's until you get a big dog, you realize like, oh shit, like you know what I mean? Like this is like a real relationship. You know what I mean? It's Simba is my boy, yo.
Like you can almost feel like the soul in the animal in a way. Like
100% you feel the soul. You see the soul, and like they're just like genuinely like not only do like you have to take care of them. Not only do they rely on you to live, but like they genuinely like love you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, which is a unique thing to get.
That's what I always remember, even just like coming home from school, like from like university or not university, college, when I was with not Bruce, Chief. Damn, I'm slipping up on the dogs already. But so like I'd come home and it'd be just really nice because like he'd jump up on me, he'd be like, oh, like just unimaginable love that you would not expect right when you get home, but it always every day consistently, over and over and over. It doesn't matter, you're always getting this love. Like it's I forget what the word it'd be, but it's like it's essentially you don't have to. You don't pay for it. It's just there.
Yeah, it's just free love, bro.
Yeah,
and it's just like it kind of brought out like the instinctual side of me as well. Like to the point where like it's like he makes me, when I go to nature or when I throw the ball so he fetches outside and stuff, I'm more one with the moment because of him. You know what I mean? Like I'm more like just enjoying what he's doing and like how like it brings me away from like technology, business or like problems or anything like that. So it's like it's definitely neat. I love dogs, bro. Now like you know, like I'm gonna obviously be with Simba forever and like God forbid something happen to Simba, but it's like I think I'm gonna. We kind of need that kind of dog to,
like your own
to
one.
separate. You know what I mean? Like go on long walks with, just so I can think and like they're right beside you walking, and obviously they're not talking, but like they're there.
You feel like they're in a way almost,
like,
yeah.
It's a companion. It's crazy.
So you own a dog, you think, for the rest of your life, as like even as you grow, like
yeah,
there'll always be one around, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, and it's gonna be a big one too.
I think so too.
None of these little ones.
No,
Like, no hate to that, but like none of these little dogs.
Yeah, no. See, I think the next I'm gonna eventually get a Doberman for my brother. That's that's what my brother wants, like for himself. So like I told him once everything kind of settles out, I want to end up moving out to like it's probably towards the country, so then I can actually have like some space. Then that's when I kind of wanted to step into like getting a Doberman, because like those dogs
are Dobermans running dogs, like greyhounds, and
they're pretty active. They're not like, I don't know if they're considered running dogs, but they're super active dogs. Like you want to keep them like really active with and like the ears are amazing. I love it. Like it's one of the only dogs like I feel like, I don't know, like cropping ears. I don't care for it. I think like the only time it's like I look at it is like maybe for a pit bull. I don't know. That's the one that's just my thoughts.
I was gonna crop Simba's ears, but then Claudia likes them floppy, so obviously I had to listen to her, you know.
And also too, everybody has their opinions, right? Like even too, I think it's like outlawed for most, not outlawed, but I'm pretty sure most vets don't do it. You have to go find your own. Yeah, you have to find certain ones. Like I've looked up a couple, but it's like it's a weird. That's a weird one, because some people frown upon it like heavy.
Yeah.
Others like it's done for like it helps. Like that's the thing.
Some infections, right?
Exactly. Like I don't want to get into that. Like I want to say it, but like I don't want to say it like confidence. Because
say it.
It's just a fact. Yeah. Some, like for example, some dogs just like really have bad ear hygiene. Yeah. So like their ears being flopped over, if they could collect a lot of moisture there, it just creates yeast and it gets dirty quick, right? It's not necessarily good.
No creo que se pagó eso, huh?
I don't think so, no. But we could always check real quick.
Might as well give it a little
it's all right.
Sorry, ladies and gents. It's just Coca and I in this pod, and we're just checking that and the audio is still good. It's still good, you know. Yeah. Anyways, let's take a little left turn up here and talk about, bro, that 10K run at Springbank.
Damn, that was mental as hell for me. Like I was. So what we first started, and then let me put this a little closer. So we first started and we went. So wherever we landed on Springbank, there's like this one. These steps that you would take down to essentially the path. Yeah. The path, you either you go right, pretty flat for the most part. Yeah. You go left, holy, that the elevation on that stuff was insane.
So like Coca and I, we ran 10K before, and honestly, like the first time we ran 10K together, it wasn't too crazy. Like it was tiring, like around like 7-8K got a little tiring. We were like, okay, like, but we gotta finish it. But when we went to Springbank, and after all those up and down elevation, man, like 5 kilometers, we looked at each other and we were like, fuck, man.
Yeah, it felt like 10. Literally felt like 10.
Like that was one of the toughest runs.
Yeah, no, for sure. And then the craziest part too, what I love though, even though it was tough, we actually beat our last 10K time, which was
that's
right?
crazy.
Really weird, right? Because like
I think it was a downhill that was kind of forcing.
Maybe, yeah. Because there was times like if we actually checked our our laps every time, there was ones that were really fast, right? And I'm assuming it's because we were kind of like after we came off the slope or the high elevation and we came down, it probably accelerated that kilometer by a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But also too though, if you still think about it, the spread was still pretty good. Like we didn't have any numbers where it's like 6 minutes and 15 seconds. It was everything was around that 6 minute mark, but we ended up doing under 6 minutes.
Yeah, so basically we finished 10 kilometers 2 times already, right?
Yeah.
So our workout regimes, we're trying to do one long run in the week, which is like 10 kilometers plus. Yeah. I think we're aiming for 15 kilometers
this week. Yeah, we got to push it because like I think that's the thing too. It's a little early. Not early. Yeah, it is early. The marathon's not till September 17th. So it's like we do have quite a lot of time. But I think now, remembering like what our good friend Jeff actually recommended to us was to actually get to this 21K mark way earlier and do it. And then try to push for maybe like a full marathon run, even though we're not running a full marathon. Yeah. For us to be able to run that, then when we do the half marathon, it'll be baby food, right?
Yeah, exactly. We just want it to be easy.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like we're pretty competitive too, so we kind of want to just like make sure we finish it and like like not last. Let's say.
Yeah, no, even too, like I was looking at times and just even comparing our times now, if we're able to run at the same pace, we can be top 50 for sure. So like that for me, that
we're gonna be top 50.
Yeah, no, for me, like that's like
top 50.
That's like that's a personal goal for me. Like I would love to just put myself top 50 for sure, and if I'm doing any better than that, like blessed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing hills tomorrow at 5 a.m. No?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, but no. So it'd be the day. So it's today. So for the it's tomorrow for us, but for them when they hear it's the day before.
The day before. So yesterday then for them, right?
Yeah, we would have done hill sprints. And what's your
we'll let them know how it goes.
Yeah, what's your thoughts on like the idea of even like at 5 a.m. too, right? Just think of like I don't know. That's obviously I'm playing into this whole head thought.
Yeah.
But what's your thoughts on waking up 5 a.m. and going for hill sprints?
I love it. I fucking love it.
Yeah?
I love it because, bro, like, I'm telling you right now, like ever since, like, obviously you and I said in Motai, like, that 5 a.m. get up, like, it's something about it that's so, like, so empowering. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you automatically already beat yourself in the morning in the sense of, like, you already have a W. So it's like you don't take L's after that.
That's facts. You actually couldn't have worded it better. And, I kind of like the idea. Like, it's kind of majestic, especially because where we work out in the gym, there's, like, these giant bay windows. Yeah. So then when it's all pure darkness, and then as we keep working out and we're getting closer to the end of our workout, like, the sun's coming up, everything's, like, brighten up, and we're done. Like, you know what I mean? As you said, we got that first W of the day.
Yeah, and then it's like it just becomes habit. Like, like you naturally just like this weekend I woke up probably like both times around like 6 a.m. latest.
Really?
Yeah, naturally. Just like
because you can't sleep in. Yeah, you can't sleep in. Yeah.
My body's kind of like, yo, like let's like, what are you up to? It sucks sometimes. Don't get me wrong, but like, it's like, yeah, I like it. What do you think?
I personally like it. Like I remember saying it last time. It's like it really, really, really throws me off. Like really throws me off. Like I'd mentioned it back on the podcast with Mitch, but it's like if I don't wake up and like go to Muay Thai, my mornings suck. Like, for example, this morning I had the dogs sick, so like I didn't end up going, right? And then I end up I'm in bed till like 6:30 as usual, like which is way past. Normally by 6:30 we're back from the gym. I'm ready in the shower, getting ready, right? So it's just like it's either the biggest benefit of my day or it's also the worst part of my day if I don't do it, right?
Yeah,
so it's probably the best thing for me. I've learned at this point because like I've even found like days that I don't work out, I'm just a lot more tired, even like just mentally. Yeah. Where I'm just yawning throughout the day more. Just I don't know why, but it is.
Yeah. No, for sure. But yeah, I guess we kind of want to dabble on I guess kind of giving them an update on what we're doing in NüVida. You know what I mean? Like kind of just an update in regards to.
So this
we're starting to like partner up with people. And push our brand, and our merchandise is something that
soon on the way.
Soon on the way. Like we want to make sure it's the best of quality for people. So it's like at the end of the day, the merchandise complements our why, but like we want to make sure that it's good though.
Yeah, no, and I agree, and I think also too that's why we didn't we tried last time with our last brand to come out with the merchandise early, and I felt like it was good because it was intentful, right? But what I don't think it was good was like I guess the turnaround on it, because I felt like we didn't give our audience or fans or just the people who watch us like a big enough reason to want to invest in us, right? Yeah. But I feel like as they've seen like just to turn around on the podcast, for example, if you guys remember, we didn't have mics before, right? The lighting was trash. We didn't have a location. We were on the road everywhere. Like, you know what I mean? It was like, it's just like as they've seen the progression of like, they see how we invest in ourselves and like we're investing to like the audio equipment. So it's better for them to listen to, right? It's like, I think that's when they'll see our merch come out and they'll be like, oh, you know what? I'm down to buy a shirt for like $25 and kind of support our brand, because they'll know what are we probably going to do with the money? Probably buy a camera, so then we can start getting better stuff. Yeah, and we honestly have some amazing partners I think that we're going to bring on board, like some people that are from all unique aspects of life, but also are like intertwined with like who we are. Yeah. You know what I mean? Which is the most important. Like we always say, like NüVida, like new you, like what's the best version of you, right? So like, I don't know, I'm excited to see like what the people think about what we have in store for them. Same, you know what I mean? Especially for like the next couple of guests we have coming up. I just want to see.
Yeah, we have some sick guests coming up.
I want to see like just maybe some feedback from like even them, right? Because like as we've been like, we haven't had two people back to back who are like the exact same. You know what I mean? Like as you said, different walks of life. Everybody's doing something different, but it all has something to do with like at least how they improve themselves,
Yeah.
or like as you said, like that new you, like your new life. Like
Yeah.
a lot of these people maybe had some quick turnarounds in the essence of like they were doing this and then they decided to like follow their dreams and stuff, or like, or even just like one day they just woke up and they just had purpose.
Yeah.
So I think
literally.
that'll be cool to hear. Like, first off, I just want to see the feedback. Like, do people like this more direction we're going in? Do they want this?
Yeah, like I like, come on, like you know, we need to get the opinions.
Yeah,
from people.
that's
so
the
if you're
biggest
listening
thing.
to this right now, it would mean a lot if you can
Just
DM
comment
us
or comment in
or
the
comment and just let us know, you know, like the quality of the things that we're bringing out. You know what I mean? Let us know what you want to see more of. Let us know what guests you want, or what do you want us to talk about more. You know, at the end of the day, like we want to make sure we add that value.
Honestly, with the guests too, yeah, like give us a name, and I'm telling you, like some days like I wake up just on a hunt, and I'm just like DMing, just messaging people, being like, "Yo, have you seen my podcast?" Just go in a little bit and just try to like. For me, as it's called, Let's Talk. I really like talking to people. It's like it's cool to hear like, how'd you do this, right? Because like I think that's the one thing that Instagram, it's like. It does do that to you where you're like, oh, how's he living this life? How do they got that? I really have that thought process a lot.
Yeah.
But more me is like, I just want to know how you did it.
Yeah.
Even if you don't want to share, I still want to kind of like ask questions. So kind of you maybe allude to how maybe you did it or what, but like I just want to know.
Yeah,
you know,
at the end of the day, like it's gonna change someone's perspective for the better, or make someone think about something differently. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's gonna be like, we aim to just obviously have a positive effect on our listeners,
Yeah.
no matter what the story is. And they're interesting. They're fun as hell. You know what I mean? To talk to different people, like you said, networking and like just, yeah.
I think that too is like, I think maybe that's what'll make it more interesting is always having a different story too, right? Because like, as you said, everyone has a different story, but like, I guess everybody's still kind of aiming for the same thing, which is like success, right?
Exactly.
And success can come in many ways. Like you don't have to be rich to be successful. You can be successful with family, right? Just being like having such a good like environment, life, like, you know what I mean? Even if you don't make a lot of money, but you have the best family life, you're probably richer than the people with all the money and no family.
Yeah, and the best thing about those who are successful is they pick like traits from successful people and they make it their own. Like they'll pick a little bit from this guy, a little bit from that girl, a little bit from this guy, you know, and they'll make it the definition of their own. And like that's the sickest thing, is like you don't want to reinvent the wheel when it comes to success, or when it comes to like bettering yourself. Like people are doing stuff like that you want to do, you know, do what they do, and then do what the other person, like, you know, like cut your learning curve. That's what I'm trying to get at. You know what I mean?
I think that's smart.
And through these conversations, you're going to get a little bit from every single guest. You're going to get a little bit from our conversations. You know, where you're going to apply and you're going to be like, oh, interesting. Like I didn't think about it like that, right?
And two, maybe like you always wanted to do what this person did and you just couldn't get the, like you maybe don't have the mindset, maybe didn't have the courage at the time, or maybe you just didn't know how to do it. Maybe this one person comes on, tells you a little bit, and that's just a spark, right?
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe someone says something that you don't like, but then it makes you think of a different thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, let's talk. That's what
yeah, exactly. And two, if maybe you don't like their thoughts, some people try, like for example, you'll have an opinion on something and your goal will be to go prove that person wrong about it, and you'll do something good in the world that'll help, like that, like I don't know, maybe that situation or something, and then boom, you know what, like maybe it supercharges you to actually do better. But it doesn't mean like, I don't know, like I feel like we shouldn't be in this world where it's like like if I say something and you don't agree, you demonize me and try to make me look like a bad person and try to cancel me, because that's bullshit.
Yeah, cancel culture is gross. Cancel culture is disgusting.
And also too, you can't grow like that, right? Growth is through conversation, right? Like strip conversation away from us, and we can't grow most of the time. Like even think about it too. Even, like, why is there sign language? Because if we can't talk, we still have to find other ways to communicate. Yeah. Right. Writing, everything.
And that's one thing that I think NüVida won't like bend or fold in regards to like just sticking to our truths. You know what I mean? Yeah. And sticking to like just like stuff that's maybe tough pills to swallow, but like, you know what I mean? Like stuff that we're gonna be firm with, and it's gonna try to align with like wellness and health. Yeah.
For the biggest thing is we're not trying to stomp on no one's toes at all, but like at the same time, if there's like, we have to kind of, I think we have to be truthful to our audience, but also to ourselves, because like I don't want to be, I would never want to be somebody in the limelight that doesn't like that, or it doesn't. You
don't want to be a heretic. You don't want to. Yeah,
like it's just it's because like eventually, bro, like it'll come back to get you eventually, right? Oh, yeah. So it's like dodge that sticky bullet somehow, but
100%. But yeah.
It's pretty good, man.
Yeah, I guess we'll conclude episode 10 like that.
Pretty good long episode.
Do you have any other things you want to say to the audience there?
Plugins, anything like that?
Well, I guess like we're gonna be running the marathon on September 17th.
There's a link
There's going to be a link.
to donate. It'll be in the comment just above the comment section on the YouTube. We'll post it on the Instagram also.
And it's going to be for the Heart and Stroke Foundation.
Yeah, we're trying to.
Please donate there. And if you want to add your logo to our marathon shirt, there's also going to be a link as well to how to do that as well. Right?
Yeah. Just also to just get in contact with us. There's a couple spots still left, so just let us know. We'll hook you up.
But yeah, there's a lot of things coming your way, and stay tuned.
Yep, easy.
Peace.